Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode, I took it, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about politics. We're not gonna talk about a lot of stuff in that regard. What we're gonna do is bring it to y'all like this. We're going to talk about a play, the updated version of Romeo and Juliet, called West Side Story. Wild, right? Crazy. We do that, man. That's what we do. We talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And for those who don't know the story, y'all gonna be like, yo, some of y'all might know the story. I think I even brought that up. Like, yo, you know, the vibe was different. Like, we went from seeing people who have dark hair to just, they don't even tell you put wigs on no more. Just bring your A game. But the story of how this started out is so wild. You know what I'm saying? When you got guys who was just like, yo, I want to do a rendition, an updated adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. And it just becomes crazy from there. And Tony Awards later, movie adaptations later, countless high schools all across America doing this over and over and over again. Yo, West Side Story is that thing, man. West Side Story is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know somebody who was out here acting in high school, yeah. And their school did West Side Story, yeah. They just listening to them tell you about the auditioning process is ridiculous. It's bananas. You know what I'm saying? It's a wild thing. Annie, all that stuff, all them joints, Grease, all that, like, yo. And it's not that cool little joint you see on Glee or High School Musical. Nah. They learning at an early age, like, yo, it's cutthroat. It's kill or be killed just for a role at high school that your parents will see at an auditorium somewhere at the Performing Arts on a Saturday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, yo, this is wild. You guys are out here really gonna be out here like sabotaging each other like that just for this? Like, for real? This is it? I mean, okay, whatever. This is not Juilliard. This is just regular high school play. You know what I'm saying? Old boy forgot his lines 100 times and y'all just went on to the song and kept it moving. Keep it popping. But y'all really took it that serious though. Like, y'all was expecting awards to come out. Y'all out here like, oh my God, I can't believe he messed his line up. Yo, I was at a play one time. I'm gonna tell y'all real talk. I was at a play one time, high school play. You know what I'm saying? And the dude, and it's weird because it's always dudes. Dude missed his cue, so he ain't come out, and everybody was looking. And they kind of was like, quick improv. Well, maybe if so and so was coming, you would know. And he comes out, and people are laughing, and he still ain't understand his line. So he was just like, stage fright. Luckily, all he had was like 2 different joints. He had that little point where he had like 4 or 5 lines, and he had another joint later on down the line where he had 4 or 5 lines, and that was it. But he butchered that whole thing. He just stood there, and he was mostly, his back was turned to the audience. So it's like, yo, I'm pretty sure they tell you no matter what that you like, especially when it comes time for you to talk, you have to kind of count like, lean towards outwards so you can project your voice. Like, yo, what are you doing, man? And it's just like, this dude is tripping. I'm laughing. You know, somebody's looking at me like laughing like, how dare you? I'm sorry. It's funny. This dude just has no idea what I've seen this play done many times. This is what makes this a comedy. This is a comedy at this point. I'm sorry. Should I not be laughing? Forget you. You know what I mean? Most likely it was like somebody who was for him. That was Team whoever that dude was. Team Team What's My Line. They was part of that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. And matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna say this too. If you go out here, your parents, if your kids are in performances for your school, don't do that petty thing. Don't be the petty parent that only records their kids' stuff. Like, okay, yeah, my kids' class is about to get up and sing. Yeah, the rest of this, and that's all you got. That's all you got of the whole presentation. Their part. No. Keep it a buck. Do the whole thing. Enjoy it. Because here's the wild thing about that. And I say that because, for one, your kid will remember the whole experience. Because he can remember. Once he sees the whole thing, he's like, oh yeah, and I remember the other kids was like, that was so cool. One, that's just, give them the whole memory. Let them feel the whole memory. Two, you never know who's going to be a star. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know who's going to end up being that person who ended up in a movie somewhere. And then they ended up being like a franchise guy or like top bill. Now they got an award nomination. Now they got an award. And guess what? You got footage of them in elementary school singing Itsy Bitsy Spider or doing something crazy. That footage is worth a lot of money when they want to do one of those pieces on them. And they're like, oh my God, and this is him when he was in 3rd grade. I know ain't nobody doing Itsy Bitsy Spider in 3rd grade, but I'm just saying, you feel where I'm coming from. Then they got a chance to rock with him, and they're like, yo, you know who got some, that one kid from 3rd grade, he got that footage. His people's got I got that. How much y'all willing to pay? We'll pay blah, 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 blah for that. Word? Okay, alright, that's what's up. Live a little. You never know. Like, when y'all be out here, like, yo, because my kid played baseball, and I can tell y'all that's how that go. You only working about your kid. And sometimes, and there was like 2 or 3 kids on my kid's team, who were great. Nobody really has those highlights of the stuff that they did. They just got their kids' stuff. Could you imagine if those guys end up becoming athletes and their parents probably didn't get that? And you do? Because you was out here rocking the whole game. Money. Cha-ching. I'm just telling y'all, man. Sometimes, man, just take the whole joint. Rock the whole joint. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to keep it. Just put it somewhere in the cut. And always show off your kid's part and be like, yo, he was killing that joint. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And then again, like I said, somebody blows up. You're like, yo, this is not that dude that was with you in that play. Hey, yo, his class came after y'all, right? Yeah. They gon', I got some stuff from him from back in them days. Oh, word? Yeah, he was dressed up like a banana or something. Like, yeah. He came in like he had 2 lines and he kind of didn't even know his lines. And yeah, that kid. What? Well, he's like one of the greatest actors now. Hey, whatever. I think he peed on himself. What? Then they gonna keep that part. Just in case he turn on him. They turn on him or something. Like, he might have a Tom Cruise jumping on the couch at Oprah House type moment. And then it's like, yo, well, they will show that footage of how he was always disturbed. He peed on himself in 3rd grade on stage. You know, make sure you get all the money you can from TMZ, because if your kid and that guy are still friends, y'all ain't friends no more after that. They oh my God, I knew your peoples had that video. Yeah. Hey, so, like, what we gonna do in a couple of weeks when you come through? No, not at all. I can't get a gig anymore. Oh, you would have thought I slapped somebody at the Oscars or something. They treat me like a pariah. I can't be around you no more. Ooh, that's how it go, man. It'll be just like that. It'll be like, but yo, again, people out here doing these shows, rock with them, man. West Side, you know what I'm saying? West Side Story, Romeo and Juliet. Could you imagine being the chick and the guy who found himself being in all of those, Romeo and Juliet, West Side Story, and all that stuff like that, you're just like, yo, you the relationship play person. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? Anyway, we talked about West Side Story. This is how we getting down. Thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. I'm just out here having fun, like I always do. Try to, because this week it's crazy. Y'all ain't understanding stuff that I've been seeing this week, man. Like Kanye out here with a shirt, just him and Candace Owens. Like, I'm lost, man. What do y'all? Nah, don't talk about that. No. Enjoy the show, man. Enjoy what we do when we talk about this West Side Story stuff. Thank y'all for listening. Enjoy. Do your research also on the West Side Story joint. It's a wild, crazy joint, man. It's just dope. Thank y'all for listening. Let's go. Yes. You know how we do when we do it. You know how it is when we do it. You know how it is when we do it like, so smooth, so live. You check the groove. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. 2023. Let me say this real quick, cause it's like October here, and these months been rolling by so fast. So I'm gonna say it like I wanna say it. First of all, let me say one thing also. Salute to Reggie. Hey, he played this one joint where it was like, it was a joint with like a singer on top of it. I'm pretty sure it was him. Joint was official. Hey, then hey, you know what I'm saying? You already know how he get down. I'm gonna tell y'all too. I listen to a lot of other DJs here and there. Ain't too many DJs rocking with this hashtag Set It Off Saturday. Our lineup is official, man. I can put that money on that. The diversity, the dopeness. You know what I mean? But anyway, and that's just real talk. I hear a lot of joints. I be like, y'all lie. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, some joints is official. Some joints is like, You know what I mean? And a lot of that is because everybody's playing the same 50 songs. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying I like this right here. Anyway, where was I going with that? This right here. As y'all know, when I do these joints, I be playing my own joints. 2023 will be 30 years of my squad, Soldiers of Newport News. Woo! It's wild to think about it like that, like way back in school day type joints. Man, look. Yo. Anyway, so I'm letting y'all know, when January 1st hit, there's gonna be a lot of Sun stuff jumping. A lot of my stuff jumping. Gonna be a lot of my man O&O stuff jumping. I'm hollering at some other people here and there that was part of the squad. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, give me something. New joints, old joints, it don't matter. I'm gonna just sprinkle a lot of joints in there for the whole year. You know what I'm saying? And just bang out with a lot of joints. You know what I mean? And we still trying to work on some other stuff here and there, but the game is so wild. Anyway, this is that time of the night where we do what we do. And y'all know how we do what we do. So keep it popping on. This is how we do. Like, take it from the top. Take it from the top line. This moment in Hispanic history. Here's a wild piece of history. We gonna talk about a famous play that was basically supposed to be the new version of Romeo and Juliet. Actually, it was supposed to be about a Catholic family and a Jewish family, and then their kids getting together during Passover season. And the girl had survived the Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? And it's like centered around the whole way people hate on Jews. Ooh, I love this part of the joint. And all that. And the guys who came up with it, like, technically it was like, yo, this is what we want to do. We want to, like, come up with this vibe right here and see what we can do with it, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, let's get it. So it was Jerome Robbins, Leonard Bernstein and Arthur Lawrence, I don't know. That guy, they were like, yo, let's come up with a joint. Let's come up with a musical to do this. And they were working out on it. And it was like, yo, it's supposed to actually be the East Side Story. So, one day, you know what I'm saying, while they was out and about, they found themselves in LA. Because everybody had other jobs. Everybody was out here doing other things. You know what I'm saying? He was doing Lawrence, I don't know. He was out here doing a screenplay. He was doing some other stuff. And it was like, yo, let's get it going. So now they're out there watching some joints jump off. Because we're talking like, matter of fact, let me get y'all off. This whole vibe, the whole idea was birthed in 1949. So by like the 1950s or something, they out there in LA doing their thing. And gang wars ain't nothing new. But it was the Mexicanos out there bobbing. So he was like, yo, let's switch it up. Let's make it about Mexicans. And my man, one of the dudes was like, yo, I don't know nothing about no Mexicans for real. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, matter of fact, it was Lawrence. And he was like, yo, I don't know nothing about Mexicans. I can tell you about Puerto Ricans because I'm from New York. So let's do it about Puerto Ricans. So that's how we got what we got, where it was like the Puerto Ricans and the Italians. But the wild thing is the names kind of stayed the same. The Jets was actually supposed to be the Jewish Emeralds. It was supposed to be like that was that crew. So the Jets actually still stayed in the joint. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, wow, though, that was, because that's one of them joints, right? You know what I'm saying? That's like the major Spanish, like Spanish blood, like West Side Story. They be out here clamoring for that joint. And salute to Steven Spielberg. I know it ain't do good in the theaters, but at least he kept it authentic and he went out here and he got real Spanish people to play those parts. So, like, salute. And it was wow, because it was like, yo, this was like Spanish people had a voice, even if it was a messed up, stereotypical joint. They had a voice, you know what I mean? So it was like, yo, that was dope. And none of these people were Spanish. That's the wild part about it. It's like I said, it's one of them joints, man. It's like salute again to Steven Spielberg. It's one of them joints. Like, we all love Color Purple. At the end of the day, like, sometimes we forget Steven Spielberg was the director of that joint. You know what I'm saying? We really forget that. Like, yo, Steven Spielberg did great for not knowing nothing about black people. For real, for real. Read the book, he figured out what he could keep and what he definitely couldn't keep. Because if y'all know the book, that was a wild book. It was a lot of joints going on in there. And it was just dope. And who don't like Color Purple? You name me somebody who ain't out here who don't rock with the Color Purple. I'll wait. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, sometimes it's like, yo, if the material's good or the idea's dope, people ride with it and make it rock. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the movies you don't never hear nobody trip out about it too. Like, let's protest Color Purple. We hate Steven Spielberg. Nah, we ride. Matter of fact, Steven Spielberg or Oliver Stone or was supposed to do Malcolm X, and Spike Lee was like, nah. I mean, yo, they dope, but they ain't gonna have that same sensitivity as me. And I'm thinking more Steven Spielberg right now because Oliver Stone was already working on that JFK joint at the time anyway. So, yo, and again, the reason they did that was like, yo, Steven Spielberg's track record was dope with the Color Purple. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. This is just one of them dope gems right there. You know what I'm saying? That it started out where it was supposed to be about some Irish and Jewish people. And then they flipped it. It was like, nah, let's make it about Mexican people. Then they flipped it again. It was like, nah, let's make it about some Puerto Ricans and Italians. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, this is how we got what we got. Word up. History moment right there. Bang y'all in the head. This is what we do. This is how we get down. I got like almost 15 minutes. So we know what we gonna do, man. We gonna keep it rocking. Y'all know how we got there. I'm out here zoning out. Gumbo night. You know me, man. It's Saturday. We do what we do. Hashtag good music. Hashtag set it off Saturday. And this right here is just my vibe right here. Right here, I'm just talking to my park comes with a switch up like, then I'm don't you like, Told her I'd get down like, yeah, this is for my peoples on the top, like, woo. I gotta actually find the actual original bars of this one day. But we gonna do what we do with it, word up. But as we continue on, let's go. Yes, hey, that's my time, man. It's cool doing these right here, yo. I was like, yo, I'm out here bugging out because I'm like, yo, I wanted to keep it a certain way, then I got to start flipping out a little bit. I can tell y'all right now, though, next week is all hip-hop. We're going to hit y'all in the head with all hip-hop. It's October, man. So you know what we're going to do, man, for real. And Wednesday, we're going to set y'all off for something dope on Wednesday. We're going to set it off for something crazy Wednesday. But, yo, this is how we do. This is how we get down. Word up. So, they say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.